I'm just too afraid that I'll be wrong. I overdosed in your eyes again. I can't get you out of my brain. Oh, it's such a shame.
Welcome back to season 4.
All for just being with us, celebrating us, cheering us on, and watching us. We are just grateful. And as the season comes to an end, it is December. We want you to be mindful when you're out shopping, when you're out with your loved ones.
Yep.
Because things happen. So just be mindful when you're out. Shop early, shop online. And if you don't have the money, don't stress yourself out, because this season is not just about getting yourself in debt. It is about the love of Christ, the love of family and friends. And that love should carry on, not just in December, through the whole year. Again, Colorful Voices, we celebrate you and we thank you for coming on. So today, with our voices, you'll see 2 missing. Agnes and Raquel are missing, but we carry on, because we got Fetiyah with us today, and we got my lovely daughter, Darnesha, that's with us today, and of course myself. I'm going to talk a little bit about my health journey, where we came from and what was going on. So you guys saw the preview of it, and hopefully you'll see that I am talking better, because now I'm truly feeling better.
Yes.
Feeling better. Winded up in Duke Hospital about 2 weeks ago, but it was truly to me ordained to be there, because I've been struggling since April or May, trying to get help.
Yep.
And like I said before, it came on so suddenly, from a cough to them thinking I had walking pneumonia, been treated for walking pneumonia, and it wasn't happening.
Right.
So I brought my daughter on because I want to tell people the importance of a support system and being honest to your family and friends about your health.
Right.
And Fetiyah, you saw me even at Vine and Dine, because you stepped in to try to help me, because I was struggling with breathing.
Right.
And my family was there, but I wanted to make sure that we got through that.
Right.
So there was time I was going out to the car with just portable oxygen, just trying to breathe, because I'm like, if I could just get enough air to get through this night. Couldn't figure out what's going on. And even with Duke right now, they got me on a research, because they run all these tests and still can't figure out really what is going on.
Which is Duke is the best hospital,
Mm-hmm.
right?
They're really good. They have a team, and on that team is everybody from your main doctor to your lung doctor to your pharmacist to your social work, and they were working together to try to figure out what it is that could cause this, and that's where we're still in the gray area. They initially thought maybe autoimmune, but so far every autoimmune test has been negative.
Wow.
She doesn't fit any particular pattern of where this could come from. So she is what's considered a mystery, and they are using her case for research.
Wow.
To see how they could figure out the cause and, the best treatment for it.
Wow.
But the importance is, so I lay home for a while, and I was only on a small doses of prednisone, and which wasn't getting better. And my daughter kept saying, "You're not getting any better. You're moving, but you're not getting any better." And in my head, I'm thinking, okay, at least I'm moving more. I'm able to do some stuff. And it took her a while for me to realize really what she was saying. This is where you at. And to be honest with you, when I realized I was sick, we was heading to Duke. I know that may sound nuts, but when I realized, girl, you are really sick, we was heading to Duke. And that's when it hit me, wow, there is something really going on in your body that you don't know how to, what's happening. But they fought for me. My youngest daughter and Nisha came together as a team because Duke wasn't supposed to see me until January.
Wow.
January the 24th or the 26th. But Corinne called every single day. Every single day. And it's so important to me to get a community or a team together to help you
Advocate.
because being able to get me in, and then once we got there, Dr. Rossi saw me and actually said I needed to be walking on like 25 liters, right? In order to walk, to breathe. That's not good. So he said, I want to send you right over to Duke Hospital. Go through the emergency room. And from the emergency room, tell me you can't breathe. I had already had it set up. From there, they went to work. And I was on very high doses of steroids and medicine. And when they came in as a team, I'm glad my family was there. Because so much goes on, you don't remember. All I saw was white coats, and I'm like, what in the world is happening? And you hear, they talk, I don't want to say they talk the worst, but they talk on long term. Like, if you had to have a lung transplant, this is where we need to be. So, I'm sitting there looking at Nisha, then I'm like, is it saying I got to have a transplant? And she was like, no, Mom, they're saying long term if this doesn't work. Then he came back and he was like, we have 2 months. In my head, Fetiyah, all I heard was, are you saying I got 2 months to live?
Well,
That's what I heard.
yeah.
But that's not what he was saying. He said, we have 2 months to work real hard at getting this chronic inflammation down so we can find out what is going on in your body.
Right.
Because whatever's going on in your body is moving fast. And it can take you out. And I'm like, oh my gosh. Because from May to that, this is where I was. But once they started getting the medicine in me, within about 3 days, I started feeling better.
Okay.
Yeah,
That's
I started
good.
feeling better within the 3 days. But she was right there, and when we went to the hospital, they was like, tell me your history. And I brought this book because I want people to understand your medical history.
Yeah.
Darnesha put this book together, and I was able to just give it to the doctors. It showed every surgery, showed my medicine. It showed where the doctors from Newbern started. It showed where this started from, and the doctors was amazed at it. They was like, everybody should have this book. He kept taking it in the hallway, showing other people. Everything is here. Notes from the care team. So when they put all their notes in, they didn't have to keep asking me. Everything was right here. So I just think it's so
You don't
important.
have to answer or trying to remember and missing.
And that's the thing, like
important
most
information.
people, when you're in situations like that, it's hard to pinpoint things. And the basic things you forget because you've thrown so much information at me, and now you're reverting back and asking me the basic stuff, and I can't get over what you just told me. So I'm like, if we take this book, then you have what the previous doctor said, and you've had everything that they've done so far. So therefore, you can look at it and you can interpret it from doctor to doctor, what they're saying, and then go from there.
Yeah.
So I was trying to make it a little less stressful on her, not realizing that I was actually helping the doctor out in turn.
Yes.
You're making history. Like if they start doing research because of your situation, and this research you can help the next patient.
Yes.
Hey, girl.
Yes.
You might not, the situation, but you can really save a lot of people's lives that will go through after you.
Yeah.
Well, I told him Fetiyah, I said, I'm coming back, and I'm going to send y'all a postcard for me on vacation. Because the way they was talking, like, in the beginning to me was, if we can just get you stable, I was like, I'm not going to be on this oxygen. But Dr. Freeman, he came back in the room to me, and he said, your mindset is what'll help heal you. And I want to share with the viewers when you get sick, that mind, that mental health
Yes.
is so important. But it takes a community.
Right.
It takes my family. It took me I get up every day. I pray. I turn my gospel stuff on, and I keep my mind positive.
Right.
And every day, Tracy Miller sent me a song, I'm Healing. That is my song that I listen to. That is all over now, I'm healing. And I listened to that song over and over again, but there was so many dark nights that I sat there and I'm thinking, what is going on? Simple from a cough to oxygen.
Yeah.
And then people would call you and say, you need to slow down. You need to quit running. I'm like, what did that got to do with my
Right.
sickness? You know, in my head, because I'm thinking, that had nothing to do with my sickness. Nothing. He told me that your body sometimes can attack itself. And that's what was going on with me. It was attacking itself for some unknown reason. Nothing I did. But from New Bern, when Darnesha took me to the hospital in New Bern, when she came over, now she is me plus some. And then the other one is me, triple me, okay? So I have no choice when she tells me stuff. And I know they mean well. But, you know, to me, as a mom, I don't know medical like she knows medical. But I tell them, I told my husband, he has been so supportive. My family, and my church family. But when she came over, she gave me no choice. We go in now.
Thank God for them.
Yes.
And I said, I mean, you know, you can pick your ride.
Yeah.
You can go in the car with me, or you can go by lights and sirens by the ambulance. It doesn't matter. But we're not staying anymore. And I could just see, like, the fight. She was getting tired, and the I'm okay was getting questionable. And at that point, I was like, okay. Now, working in the medical field, I kind of know when the point of going to the emergency room. Because sometimes, you know, you go, we'll do the things, and they'll send you home. What I did not want was for them to send her home. I needed her to be admitted, but I needed her at a certain point to where there would be no question for admission, that I knew for a fact that they would admit. And so when I actually went the night before, and I said, hey, listen, you know, I feel like we should probably go to the hospital. And my family knows that I am not one to advocate for the hospital. I'm like, you're fine, everybody's fine. But for her, I'm like, we can go now. No, let me see how I go throughout the night. And there, I knew, like, it was either I'm gonna have to be stern. So okay, we're going to compromise. I'm gonna give you the night, but I'm gonna be here at 8:30 a.m. sharp, and you can go with me or you can go by ambulance. Those are the only two choices you have.
So which one should you take?
I was
She
stressed.
picked me. She
I was
picked
stressed
me.
and I was ready to go. And when we went, wow. Even Craven, they did very good by getting me in. Took longer than Duke, but they got me in, got me stable there. And Fetiyah, even there, I tell you, it was 2 days before I realized I am in almost ICU.
Yep.
2 days before I realized that I was that lady come in, she was like, you were one step down from ICU. I said, do what? That's how out I was. So it was so important to have somebody there with you. People was texting me, and I was like, I'm all right. Well, I'm all right because I don't know really what is going on. So of course, she was there, checking on, find out like what's going on and stuff. And they got me up. They didn't move me like Duke did. Duke moved me. Duke had me up walking. They wanted to see how my levels was. Oh my gosh, they come in every second, seem like drawing blood.
Hospital, that's a
Yeah,
lot
you
of
don't
people-
get rest.
No
you don't
rest.
Get
You
rest.
get no rest. I
No
also
rest.
think she
Thinking-
was worse at Carolina East than she was at Duke. Which is why I think they were able to get her up and move her around a lot more. actually today, me and my sister were going through her labs, and I was explaining to my sister, and when we did the chart, because my sister is a very type A person, she's got to have it in a chart where she can see it. As she was making the chart, I was like, okay, saying the numbers out loud, and I'm like, one of her inflammation markers when I took her to Carolina East, you're supposed to be under 30. She was 150.
Wow.
But when I took her to Duke, she was at 80. So I'm like, you weren't as worse as you were with Carolina East, but you were making your way back there. So I'm glad that we got her into Duke when we did, because had we had to wait until January, she would have been back in the same boat that she was when we took her to Carolina East.
Yeah.
Wow. So they gave you a small one, the oxygen.
Yeah, I have a little small one that I can walk around with.
That's good.
And Fetiyah, I can walk around before 25, but now I can walk 10 to 12. I can rest on 3.
Okay.
So I am,
You're
you know,
making
so
great
much it
progress.
has.
So
Great
much.
project.
Oh my gosh.
Yes.
But I will be going like for 6 months doing infusions because I can't remember what the name of that is,
Cytotan.
and I don't know what it's for.
It's it works for inflammation. It is a type of chemo type of drug, but she's not being used for it. It's a smaller dose, and it fights different type of inflammation antibodies.
Okay.
So that's what they're using it for. And it seemed that she had the first dose in Duke, and I think we're gonna make like really good progress with that. So we're gonna see it's like a once a month type infusion.
Because I'm determined to come off this oxygen.
Yes.
You know, I'm working through it. But you know, people take. I just don't want people to take life for granted or health for granted. Because literally, I was going up and down the stairs, and I was telling Nisha, I was like, I don't normally have no problem going up and down stairs at work. I am short of breath. I don't know why
What's going on?
that I'm short of breath. And of course, I had that cough for a while. That cough, I just could not get. You remember even on the set, I had that cough. I was like, what is this cough? Almost like a very raspy. I could drink something and it would go away. But that's what I kept saying. You know, I was going up and down the stairs, and then she had me to do what kind of test just before my sister-in-law passed.
A
And
CT, a CAT scan with contrast. And I just wanted to rule out that she didn't have any like blood clots in her lungs or anything like that before we took this long travel. And that came back negative. And they just kept saying, you know, it looks like pneumonia. It looks like, you know, you might have some type of inflammation in your lungs. And we got steroids there and everything. And as we were in Connecticut for my aunt's funeral, I was on the phone. And I'm like, we're going to a pulmonology because this has been lasting way too long for my liking. And your cough is annoying, so we got to get this under control. So we did, and I called our primary care doctor, and he had no issues giving the referral, but he said, don't expect to get in soon. And I said, you leave that to me. You just send the referral, you leave everything else to me. And when we got back, I had her, I think her appointment was 2 weeks after we got back. And so I'm like, which is hard. It's hard to get in places, but when you are constantly calling and constantly like checking on things, you have to advocate for yourself, right? People cancel their appointments all the time.
Yes.
So if I'm constantly in your ear, I'm going to be the first person that you call when that cancellation comes by because you don't want me to call you anymore, right? So we were able to get her in, and then from there, we were able to get the oxygen, and they started doing all types of tests and things. And then she was admitted to the hospital from there.
So how's, I know, Diana, you always been like someone that like to go and support community, be there for everyone. That's been very difficult for you.
yes, ma'am. Now that has probably been one of the hardest things for me because, you know, being independent, being out in the community, that was tough on me, and that still is tough on me because still right now I can't drive. And I can't drive because some of the medicine make me really dizzy, real dizzy, but hopefully that's going to subside soon. But to be out, if you didn't have you calling me, people calling me, still helping me in the community. So I'm able to do some stuff from home. But I got to be mindful because my immune system is down. So I got to be careful. I can't be around everybody because I can't catch, no sickness. But it was hard. That's why that health, that mental health, and I have a therapist that has helped me too, to be able to help, to keep myself going, because now I am home.
Yeah.
Girl, I didn't even know I had certain things in the house. Because you go to work, you don't even pay no attention. But since I've been home, now I sit and I look at the different four corners of the house. I'm able to work from home. But before that was tough. Because a lot of things I need to do, I need to see you face to face. So you have to redevelop a relationship via the phone. And then that was hard because I couldn't breathe.
Right.
Now, like, you can really, like, talk without
Yeah.
not taking break, So it's some improvement.
Yes.
Fetiyah, I stand at the door and holler now. I go to the front door and I be like, ah! I couldn't do it before. Yesterday I blew up a balloon.
Yes.
You did.
Couldn't do it before.
You see?
Yep.
Yep. So I know there's progress being made. And I have to be mindful because the doctor told me, even though you're starting to feel better, don't make yourself go back, because
Yeah.
now you want to get back out. You want to go to meetings. You want to do this. No,
You have to take it
pace
slow.
yourself.
Absolutely.
So what this process of going through this taught you, like what you learned from, everything teach us something. Like you were saying, we take it for granted. What else it taught you as, like, you overcoming?
Life.
Yeah.
It has taught me life matters. Life matters more than work. Life matters more than money. Life matters more than somebody's opinion. Life. To slow down in life, and what matters is myself and my family and my friends. I tell you, I am so grateful. I call them the elders that has prayed for me.
Yes.
That has people came by my house and stopped and prayed for me and anointed me, and just sent prayer requests. We're thinking of you. What can we do? How can we help you? I mean, some of my family, Anthony, one of my cousins, I just love him. I call him Anthony. He got with some group of people and got gift cards and stuff. I mean, it was just grateful. Wanda stopping by, people just stopping by, loving on you.
Yeah.
That you didn't even thought much, they love you and stuff, but you didn't think of that. But they stopped by, and Adrian, Tracy, all of them calling and just going in prayer with you was just amazing to me. That was like, oh, this is so powerful. It just made me appreciate people even the more.
It's that care for you.
Yeah, the care, the love, the people said, what can I do for you? How can I help you? Even I know you're out of work, but how can I help you do what you need to do for work? That was amazing to me,
You still work for?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yep. So I'm able to do some stuff from home. I don't stress about it. I do what I can do. Raquel has been amazing to me. Sometimes I do better in the evening than I can in the morning because that medicine make me sick. So they gave me some medicine to try to combat that. So it's like, ooh, you take this, but this do this. And then some of the medicine also spikes my blood sugar. Lord have mercy, to get your finger pricked every morning, because you gotta
Monitor it.
what is it? What I'm taking?
Metformin.
No,
Steroids.
the steroids causing my sugar to go up. So I got to be mindful of that. So I never been a diabetic before. Never been. So she was like, well, Mom, you got to act like you're a diabetic. I'm like, girl, I got to put that pineapple cake down.
Yep.
Now that was hard Thanksgiving. I kept walking by looking at it like, great day.
Christmas is coming now.
Yep.
I did it though.
And I'm like, it's only hard for the first couple of days. First couple of days is hard, and then after that, you get into a routine, and you'll be all right. But it is
Trying to
it's
just
adjust-
taste it, like
yeah,
just,
I'm like, a little
or
bit.
just look at it.
Fetiyah, I had to walk and look at that cake that I had ordered from Keisha. Ooh, it's a pineapple
Outside
pig
the
picking
door.
cake. It's my favorite cake. And I couldn't have it. They was like, you can just have just a little bit. That was tough. But now I got to change everything. I got to make sure everything is sugar free until they get everything in order.
Right.
So, but we're doing it with the help of them. They're doing it. Like she said, the youngest when she come home, everything is this, and this. I'm like, okay,
Yep.
I'm gonna get it done.
Yes, so also like you were saying, like life, there are a lot of people have money. They cannot enjoy their money. They cannot go vacation. They cannot eat whatever they want because of health, the condition they have. And then you realize that, like you were saying earlier, like life, it matters. Because if you have everything around you, money, house, all that, you don't have your health, it doesn't even matter to you
Right.
because, you cannot exchange. Yeah, money does something for you, kind of resolve some of your issues, but it does not give you life.
Right.
That health is so important. And I did a journal. I kept trying to write down like before, before getting sick, I can remember itching real bad. And then they thought I had sarcoidosis because part of that was leading up to this chronic inflammation. But it was the season had changed, so I was like, my skin is itching. And they spent so much money trying to find stuff to help me from itching.
You were saying like you just itching, but you don't know.
Yep.
Oh my gosh. But they was helping me out.
Thank God for your children.
Oh my gosh. I said every time I think about it, them spending money on itching stuff, them spending money on
We were in
coughing.
Aruba, and me and my sister, I think we just had like the same thought. And at the time, our rooms were separate but conjoined by a door, and we both got up. It was like at the same time, and we got up, and I opened the door, and she was standing there, and I was like, we have to. She was like, we have to get something for the itching because I cannot take it anymore. And I'm like, absolutely. And we walked. I think we spent almost $200 just trying to find anything that would help the itching because I was like, she is driving me insane with this itching. And we did. We found a whole bunch of stuff. We brought it back, and she tried it. It would help for a little bit, and then it wouldn't. But we were just like, anything to help her is what we're gonna do. We're gonna try to help her out. A lot of people asked me before, like, why didn't you take her to the closest hospital, which is Onslow? And I'm like, it's not because I don't like Onslow. It's Onslow didn't have what I needed. Onslow doesn't have a pulmonologist there. She needed pulmonology. So I took her to the closest place that had what I needed. And from there, we have expanded to ECU and then now Duke. But I don't, and I'm not biased because I work there, but they do what they can for what resources they have, and they just didn't have what I needed. So I always tell people, like, you go where you get the help that you need.
Yeah, that's what it should be, right?
If those are the services that you need and your local hospital doesn't have it, then bypass your local hospital and go to the next one that has this resource that you need.
Yeah.
Because we would have been there. They would have admitted her.
They
wasn't-
also transfer you to
Yeah,
another
yeah,
hospital.
because
They
that's
would
where I
have
started,
transferred you to.
was Onslow. And that was amazing in that emergency room. Dr. Mark, was that his name?
Yes.
He was trying, he looked at everything he can, did all the scans and stuff too. So I think I've been to like Onslow, Craven, ECU, not Duke.
I heard Duke.
But the thing about it is, like she said, you got to go where the specialist is. And Dr. Wiley, Taisha Wiley, works for Duke
Yes.
Hospital, and I was always shout out to her. But she had reached out to me because her aunt had went through some stuff, and she said, you need to get to Duke. And from there, that's when they started, because I didn't realize that that's where, that helps out for breathing, pulmonologists and stuff. but they was amazing. And then when I got to Duke, I was telling my family, y'all are good, man. I mean, Kayla Humphrey and her husband, her mom and dad was there. My friend Tina was there at Duke, so I had family up there that came in and checked in me. And Dr. Wiley actually worked right across the hallway from me. So she came and checked on me all the time, looked out, make sure I was good, make sure that if I wanted something besides the hospital food, that they was getting. It was all right in the beginning, but after a while, it was like, can somebody get me some Chick-fil-A? Can somebody go get me something else? My daughter was door dashing food to me until she got there, and my sister came there, and my brothers, of course, the family.
She looks just like you.
Do she?
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm like, this is.
We have a strong family resemblance on the King, yeah.
And your brother too, but your sister, I thought it was you for a second when you were wishing her. That's bad.
It's funny, all the Kings pretty much have a same smile on that. But it was, when I got there, I just felt like I got hope. When I lay there the second night, I was like, I got hope. Now, I'm not losing my hope. I didn't, but I really realized, okay, these people know what they're talking about, because even the pharmacists came in. I ain't never seen that. I said, Darnesha, the doctors, the pharmacists, everybody came in when they talked to me. And they didn't come in a rush. They came in and leaned against the wall. No joke. Told me what they had to say. I put my family on the phone, and they said, what questions do you have? Head doctors. So the intern doctors, the head doctor, and first of all, I had to get my bearings together because I ain't never seen that. And each one talked to me. And each one asked, do you understand? And if you don't understand, we'll be back. And they did. They did. The hospitalist, Dr. Watson, was my friend, still my friend. We got, a good connection of just talking.
It's good to have good doctors. They are really good doctors that care about the patient. They will do anything to take the time to, like that research, they should name after you, Diana. Yeah, when they found the solution, they should name after you.
Well, I already told him, I said, look, there's some work that God has for me to do. I don't know what it is.
Exactly.
This is a mystery to y'all, but not a mystery to God. It's not a mystery to him.
Right.
In time, he will reveal it. But go ahead and put my name down so you can call me so I can come and speak on behalf of this in years to come.
It's always something good.
Yeah.
Things happen for a reason.
Everything.
Thank God you're still here.
Yes.
You see what I'm saying? And then you can help, like we were saying earlier, a lot of people that is still going through, but we don't know.
Yeah.
They are in the same situation that you are in, but you never know.
Absolutely.
Everything is for a reason.
Everything, Fetiyah, is for a reason. But another thing I want to talk about was being in this situation. I realize when people are dealing with any kind of handicap issues, I'm telling you, I'm finna fight now American Disability Act. We went to the hotel. The hotel has a handicap room, but don't have the handicap button. Okay, what sense is that? Of course, I call right on downstairs. Because I'm thinking, when people are dealing with handicap, if they're in a wheelchair, if they're pulling the oxygen tank, you ain't even made it handicap accessible. And there's a lot of business here in this area has not made stuff handicap accessible.
Like hospitals, I think Walmart stuff, they do have. Right?
Yeah, they have the opening doors and stuff. But sometimes people are in them chairs and they need to walk. You know what I mean?
Some young people, they just go to
Yes.
they don't want to walk.
Yeah.
So that is one thing that I noticed too. When we went to what
Moorhead.
event? Moorhead.
To the seafood festival, and then we went to the Marshalls and Ulta. Ulta was the worst one.
Yeah.
There was like there was no button for you to push for the doors to open. The aisles are super small, so her wheelchair we're tearing up Ulta in there. I'm like, I'm sorry, y'all. I apologize knocking your stuff down, but it just wasn't feasible. And I feel like people don't help accommodate people who are handicapped, which is why a lot of handicapped people don't go out, because it's not
That's so true.
feasible for them to be able to. And I was telling Mom, I'm like, just because you're handicapped doesn't mean your life ends, right? People who are handicapped still love to shop. People who are handicapped still love to go out and eat, but they can't because they don't have the accessibility to do so.
That's so true.
And so she was like, that's fine, I'm going to fight it. And I'm like, all right, girl, you got that.
You can
Got a
do
whole
it.
nother battle.
You can do it because
sure
to
am.
be advocate for those that like some of them not for real, and I don't know if they have a Surgeon City. Do they have that? Where
Yes.
They do.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because they, like you were saying, a lot of them, they would like to go out to still have fun because, you know, and that's what really give you hope in
Right.
life. So when you connect with people, you can do stuff.
Right.
You know?
Right.
Correct.
And I noticed too, when you're on oxygen, you know, thank God for my family, but I think about the people that are home on oxygen that can't pour them tanks, can't go up and down the stairs. I can't go up and down the stairs with that tank. That was one thing he was like, absolutely not. With pulling that oxygen. But think about the elderly that are home. Nobody visits them. They're on oxygen. They don't have that. It's like, what can we do now to just, I'm not the savior, Jesus is, but what can we do to help people that are homebound, that may have on oxygen, that may just want to get out once a month?
Right.
Yeah,
You know, I'm an
yeah.
Amazon queen, but
Absolutely.
my shopping never stopped. But I think about that now, because I also am on oxygen and I'm restricted 24/7 oxygen. So when I'm home, I'm on a tank, but I got enough cords to move around. But if people don't even know that you can get that, what can you get? Because when they brought the oxygen, there were several things they didn't even tell us. But through research, I started asking, well, can I get this? And then you got to fight the insurance for certain things, because the insurance don't want to pay for nothing.
Yes, especially if they are expensive.
Yeah.
Like, they know they do the research. Like, okay, we can pay this and that, and then you have to pay co-payments.
Yep.
Sometimes more. But like you were saying, like elder, I have worked in home care, and some of them they don't have no one. They have children,
Right.
but their children they don't come visit them.
And that's so sad.
No, really, it's so sad when I see you children, like you are so blessed.
I am.
One of the lady that I used to take care of her, she cannot walk, she cannot do anything for herself. Like technically, I take care of her. Guess what? If I don't come to see her, she doesn't get up from that bed, wet and diaper. No, really, like
Yeah.
yeah. And she
Yeah.
have some. I leave her Friday until I come back Monday. Yeah. A lot of them like that.
And that is so
So-
sad.
I used to go see
Yeah.
her Saturday, Sunday. It's not true to my job, but they don't know. I used to just show up.
Right.
Yeah.
I don't follow rules sometimes.
Yeah.
That's
I'm like-
Fetiyah though. You make the
Things
rules.
that I'm supposed to do, these righteous things that I have to do, I will go my way to do it. So yeah, Monday to Friday I work for a company, but on Saturday, Sundays I used to go and see her because that breaks my heart.
Yeah. It does. But even when my mom was living, my family was right there. I love that they're there. We support each other. But through it all, I'm grateful that I'm feeling so much better.
Yes, thank God you're here.
I am.
Yeah.
I am so grateful that I'm feeling better, because I do know that this could have took me out.
Right.
Now I know. For some reason in my head, it didn't think about it. But now I know that it could have really been the other way. So
God-
I'm grateful to be here.
They say God, He picked His toughest
Yep.
soldier.
Strongest shoulders.
Yep.
So that's what you are, and it's going to be documented for the next generation to come.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And not just me being strong warrior. They're strong warriors. and advocates.
Reason she's doctor, reason she's nurse. You really, you don't know. Like, we do things, what we do for today is gonna help us tomorrow, but we don't think like that, right? Whatever we do in life every day, if it's good or bad, it does help us for near future if we still here. So you plant a seed on them, you know, you invest on them. Look today,
Yeah.
you know. She knows everything. Look what she gave it to you.
A whole book.
When I go to the doctor, I don't know. Don't ask me. You can find out. I don't know what you asking. What is that? So it's good to have that.
Yeah, and
Because
we
they
gonna,
ask you so many questions
they
that you
do.
don't know. Like, what is that? That
Yep.
even exists?
Right.
but hopefully in January we're gonna kick off Sunday evenings. Once a month we're gonna talk about medical.
That's good.
Yeah, there's a few of the young ladies when I was at Duke that would love to talk about stuff as medical. And my daughter always put on the health fair at our church.
Yep.
So hopefully we're going to be doing it on Zoom, Facebook Live,
That would
talking
be
about
nice.
what can we do to help. So
Awareness.
out of that, yeah, awareness is going to come. You got anything else?
I
Do
don't,
you
I
want
don't
to
think
give
so.
any advice? You know more than we do about
Yeah.
blood and all that.
I mean,
can-
just advocate for yourself. And if you don't know, ask and keep asking until you understand. Like she said, we're her support system, and if you have a support system, use them. Initially, she wasn't trying to use her support system, and we didn't care. We just butted in.
You have to.
But you know, always use your support system if you have one, and then just always advocate for yourself. You know your body better than anybody. So if something's
Or
not
learn your
right-
body.
or learn your body.
And there was another thing because the doctor was asking me. I was
Listen.
about weight loss, and I was telling them for years I tried to lose weight. Literally tried everything. This is a part. Inflammation was a part of why I couldn't lose any weight. So yeah, it's a lot. It's a lot behind it.
Wow.
So-
You don't know until sometimes we wait something to happen for us to kind of take
Yeah.
it serious, our health, right? Like we take it for granted. Like for me, when I wake up in the morning, sometimes I don't want to wake up. Like then, oh, Fetiyah, you should be grateful you up. No, for real, you should be grateful that you can wake up and get up and walk, get in the bathroom. There are so many people they can't even do that.
Right.
They wait for somebody to come and wake them up and pick them up and take them to the restroom, whatever needs to be done, you know.
Yes,
So
Fetiyah.
that is really what it keeps me going. Like, God forgive me for even saying that I don't want to get up.
Right.
Yeah.
And so, thank you and our fan, our followers.
Yes.
We really appreciate you for sticking with us, for tuning in every other week. And it's Christmas, it's New Year's, and we wish you Merry Christmas and Happy New Year's. Our co-host Raquel and Agnes, they're not here today, but their behalf, we wish you Merry
Agnes
Christmas.
was shopping up something, huh?
Yes, and Happy New Year's. Please be safe, love one another, care for one another, and please take your health very serious because this life is being given to us. We have to take care of each other and ourselves, and we wish you the best. And thank you again from Colorful
Yes.
Voices of Sisterhood, and we appreciate you.
And I really thank everybody for praying for me. Rita, there's so many of them out there. I'm so grateful. Because when 2026 come back, I ain't planning on having on this.
No.
No,
I'm
ma'am.
hoping January.
Yeah. Gone, done,
Done.
out.
And we will see you all in July.
Yeah.
July next year.
2026, right?
2026.
Season 5. Oh my,
Do you believe that?
time goes by
Oh my
like
goodness.
so fast.
Season 5. We are
Yeah.
family now.
Yeah.
Yes.
So by that
Thank
time,
you.
we'll have everything together. But thank you guys.
No, thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you for being a good daughter.
Yes.
Yes.
Grateful
and it's
for.
to have that done with family is really important.
Yep.
All right. Take care.
So we'll see you guys. Thank you.